the great things about the omniscient point of view is that we're free to travel through time, not just space. Here's a good example from Jennifer Egan's A Visit from the Goon Squad. The warrior smiles at Charlie. He's 19, only 5 years older than she is, and has lived away from his village since he was 10. But he's sung for enough American tourists to recognize that in her world, Charlie is a child. 35 years from now, in 2008, this warrior will be caught in the tribal violence between the Kikuyu and the Luo and will die in a fire. He'll have had 4 wives and 63 grandchildren by then, one of whom, a boy named Joe, will inherit his lalima, the iron hunting dagger, in a leather scabbard now hanging at his side. He'll marry an American named Lulu and remain in New York, where he'll invent a scanning device that becomes standard issue for crowd security. He and Lulu will buy a loft in Tribeca, where his grandfather's dagger will be displayed inside a cube of plexiglass directly under a skylight. Do you see how this fast forwarding in time is working? One thing it allows Egan to do in her great linked collections, A Visit from the Goon Squad and The Candy House, is to connect a series of characters in seemingly unconnected stories that take place separated by years and often by even decades. Building these kinds of bridges between characters creates a sense of unified meaning, which has to do with the magnitude and acceleration of time. That is one of the things that has made both of Egan's story collections enduring bestsellers. We get a more elaborate mechanism for omniscience in Egan's collection, The Candy House. Here, she uses the literary conceit of a futuristic software program in which consciousnesses can be uploaded before people die so that someone can go back well after the fact and experience their memories, often comparing the perspectives of many different characters at the same time. It's exhilarating to experience this futuristic mechanism for head-hopping omniscience in action. As I watched all this through my father's eyes, I found myself asking a question he was likely too stoned or disoriented to ask for himself. Why? Why are Tor and Barry, and Quinn for that matter, giving the red carpet treatment to 3 squares who are entirely on the consuming end of the business? Well, how many reasons could there be? Money or sex, pick your poison. For Quinn, it's sex, which he's had before with men at the A-frame, including Tor once, and which he's hoping he'll have tonight with Ben Hobart based on nothing more than a hunch. For Tor, it's money. He's run through most of his inheritance building this place and planting 10 acres of marijuana. He could use an investor or two, but there's a deeper reason. Tor has thrown himself into creating an alternate world, but hardly anyone has seen it. As a person who feels most alive in the act of awakening others, he longs to witness his vision ablaze in new eyes. It's interesting, right? This point is capable of seeing all these men from both the outside and inside and can easily slip into the consciousness of any one of them. It's a smooth and mobile form of omniscience, and we're never left in any doubt about whose thoughts we're following in any given moment. This is something for fiction writers to remember. If you want to go head hopping, be sure to make it extremely clear whose mind we're entering when we hop from one to another. Another example. Once seated, they close their eyes as if in meditation. I've witnessed this silent period from every available consciousness in the collective, and I have glints of what ran through each mind as they sat together in the dregs of starlight. First communion on a rainy morning, scooping black goldfish from a pond, a ringing in his ears, the sensation of landing a backflip. But my problem is the same one had by everyone who gathers information. What to do with it, how to keep from drowning in it. Not every story needs to be told. Indeed, right? This is one of the principal challenges of omniscience in general, and this flavor of head-hopping omniscience in particular. How do you choose what aspects of which consciousnesses to feature? There's a kind of decisiveness that's necessary for writing good omniscience. You need to know what your story is about in order to filter out all the possible universe of experience. But if you can do it well, like Jennifer Egan, omniscience can make for a fascinating and exhilarating reading experience. If you enjoyed this video and want to see others like it, hit the like button and become a subscriber to my YouTube page. If you'd like to receive occasional information about online writing classes and travel programs, feel free to send me a message via the contact form on my website, timweed.net. Have a great day.